and welcome back to the worst movie podcast in the world. This week we're going to be looking at Chopping Mall. Here we go. And I'm joined by this week Joe, Ryan, and Decos. So anyway, we're going to get straight into the introduction, and we're going to brush up quickly on the movie. We're going to start off with Ryan. I don't think we ever started off with Ryan. Ryan, give us, what did you think?
You know what? This movie, it's fucking just fun, camp 80s slasher film. You don't have to think too hard. You just have to sit back, turn off your brain, and enjoy some stupid people getting killed for.
And we just point out as well, just before we hear the rest of Ryan's opinion, this week, this was Ryan's choice this week, okay? So this is going to be a very one-sided episode, I reckon. Anyway, continue, Ryan. Continue.
Okay, I want to refute this. Okay, I picked... So, this, we all play Destiny 2, and this week a Destiny 2 DLC was coming out. This is the shortest movie I think I've ever seen, so...
It's a long YouTube short, alright?
Only 77 minutes of runtime.
Actually...
There is an
this
after
isn't the
scene.
shortest I've seen.
There's an after credit scene?
A Winnie the Pooh film, which is 60.
Yeah, you guys didn't see the after credits.
No, I didn't.
He reveals absolutely everything about the entire movie, and definitely isn't just the robot coming slowly towards the camera and going, "Thank you, have a nice day."
So it's still alive.
Oh, that's cool though. All right. You know what? Ryan,
I think
that's a completely valid,
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
This is the original MCU film. Iron Man was originally meant to be played by a robot number 3, but he actually got addicted to heroin, and he was just unable.
It's a sad story.
It's a very sad story. It's very true.
Jr.
Look at. It's exactly that. That's why they wanted a bit of edge, to Iron Man, and they just felt robot number 3 really had that edge.
He had the edge. All right.
Unfortunately, he was taken into the realm of Trainspotting and has not been seen since Trainspotting 2 release.
Skip it straight on to Joe then. Getting out of the Joe, what did you think?
Well, it is a film.
Does the poster do it justice?
Actually, yeah, this is good. We'll bring this point back up. I mean, this is the oddest post. This is the most... has nothing to do with the film. That hand is so misleading.
I think
that's more misleading than the build-up to Destiny Lightfall campaign. All right, it's more
we're talking
misleading.
A lot about Destiny in this movie.
This poster makes it look like it was. This poster makes it look like it was an early Terminator rendition.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a person in like prosthetics, like killing people.
In reality, the robot's arms did not look like this. They look like those grabber things you get at the arcades that pick up the stupid little stuffed toys. But no, it was it's okay. It's an enjoyable film, although the whole premise is just so odd. But then I could mean it makes it good. But I mean, I've got some strong opinions on what was going on in this film.
all right, that's fair. All right, Decos, anything to add?
No, not really. It was just a meh film, It's just one of those.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is only an hour long, so like
I couldn't not bash it for dragging.
Which is weird. Like, does that make this film a short film, or is it a full feature?
Because short films are about I'd say under half an hour. Is your usual.
One thing I will say though, actually, even though it is an hour long, it does very well to fit its entire. It doesn't have much of a story, but it fits it all nicely in that package. Like, I'll be honest, after the film was over, I was not sitting there going, God damn, I wish there was another 45 minutes of this.
There's no, like you get over, like, a lot of films where it's like, oh, they just wasted, like, 10 minutes of my life on this dumbass side plot. It's pretty to the point. It just goes for it. You're never sitting there thinking, like, God, I wish this would hurry up and end. You're just like, yeah, this is chugging along at a pretty nice pace.
Bro, that's how they used to do it with these all these classic films are always very straight to the point. They don't have all this like rubbish going on. There literally was like first scene straight away.
Yeah. No, so yeah,
It's an entertaining watch.
yeah. I mean, look, my opinion of it
Most
was
people back in the
I
80s, they weren't worried about setting up for future films, really.
yeah, I was there. I was sat there. I was watching it.
I'm sorry, Cam, I'm going to interrupt you here for a
All
second.
right,
Because it's saying that I'm not setting up future films, and I absolutely agree with that. This film is produced, I believe it is a Concorde, or Concorde, or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I remember reading somewhere that this is a company that basically mass-produced these types of films, and so many of them were so much worse than this film. And have basically just been, they're essentially just lost media because no one cared to retain them. A bit like the original, actually the original version of Chopping Mall, Killbots, when it came out.
That is an enlightening fact.
You just
Ryan.
can't find this anywhere online because it just isn't remembered. The film came out, wasn't commercial.
So basically, they made those films that use. They made the films. You go to Blockbuster and be like, "Why does this film exist?" Like,
you
see,
the entire movie is available on YouTube. That's how I watched it. I don't know about anybody else, but the entire film is available on YouTube to watch. So it can't be
it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's where I watched it. It's the entire. I hope nobody paid for it because the entire thing's on YouTube.
So, Amazon sponsor us.
A lot of that lost media stuff is just available on YouTube because no one's going to copyright strike it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Cameron. Cameron was very rudely interrupted.
I gracefully allowed him to say his point. I gracefully allowed him to say his point. It's fine. My opinion of it was, I was there. I saw the robot kill that first dude. It was shooting at that half-naked woman, and all I wanted was for it to blow her head up, and it blew her head up. So I
was hoping it like blow her tits off or something. To be honest,
I saw the things flying past. And I knew the second she turned around.
Yo, you were too horny for Chopping Mall.
It's gonna blow up her head, even though it makes no sense. And it hit it, and the head exploded, and I loved it. Great. It was a hoot.
Yeah, there was some big plot holes in this. I will say, like, how has he got a laser? A laser that is meant to cut through anything can blow up her head, but then as soon as they close the door and put some cardboard boxes in front of it, oh no, we have to set up an elaborate explosive before we can get into there. Like that seems a bit of a reach.
My man used thermite to bust up.
I know. I do the science experiment on the door.
Also, the
even though its eyes are meant to be able to cut through all debris.
Yeah, but it's designed to blow someone's head off and cut all debris, and yet the next couple of shots they take on people is to the chest and stuff, and they just get slightly hurt.
Dumbass robot, mate.
Yeah, I didn't like the characters that survived.
They were annoying.
It's the alien movie trope. It was the virgins that survived.
Yeah, it was.
Everyone who had sex, anyone who sinfully had sex before wedlock was cut down.
I like the fact that
the movie has a strong Christian message.
They were just doing. They were the angels. They were just doing.
God's work. They were doing God's work. They were helping.
I see.
Cleanse the earth.
The guy was just dead, and then it's like, nah, he's fine. he just got a bump on the head.
All that blood came out his head, but he's all right.
That, like, toilet roll.
And also as well, I thought it was quite funny that he's taken that head injury. It's not then revealed that he's okay. But instead of going to, I would assume there's some sort of pharmacy in this mall. No, he doesn't go there. He gets some toilet roll, and instead of taking a piece off, he just sticks the entire roll to his head.
He's got a soak up. He was in a rush.
To be honest, stop the bleeding. Like, come on.
Well, because he bled out first. There's no blood left. It's somehow got off again.
I also love the aggressive swapping of people and animals for like inanimate like dolls and stuff. Did you see like when that robot exploded, the guy's dead body was just swapped out for a dummy?
Oh,
like he was just a dummy laying next to that explosion, and then they just swapped that.
Of special effects.
And the spiders on it, they were real spiders for a bit, but when she had to move and flick them off, they were just toy spiders. So she was just flicking off.
Mate, 80s 80s visual effects are just unmatched, mate. It's so good.
Unmatched, beautiful.
My favourite part of the film was when that girl got set on fire.
That was
She
the
had
best
to go
death.
back
Yeah, and then
because
she
that guy needed
died.
him. For the sole fact of, for the sole fact of, I was like, just do as they say. Just go. Why are you stop? Why are you turning around? You're
I
just
don't know
getting
why she
away.
was bitching so much in the event.
She could so easily have got out of the situation or be safe, but she's just there screaming at this fucking stupid looking robot.
Oh god.
I loved it. Look, it was fun. I was laughing my ass off watching it. And Kenny, whereas tell you what, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the first time I saw that, I was not laughing my ass off. I was with you guys, but for the wrong reasons, mind you.
I get what you're saying. I
was having
It is a
hoot
funny.
watching it.
And
It is
I
a
feel like
funny.
this movie is very much in that same vein, except you're also just laughing at it because it
But
is
the difference
genuinely
is,
stupid.
this film, you're not going.
You didn't have expectations.
This
It's called
film, though,
Chopping
it's in
Mall.
the
Like, you're
same
not going to be let
vein.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's called Chopping Mall, and it's the fact that the actors in it kind of play it. They kind of play it straight as well.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is real, even if it's just dumb robots that are so overtly 80s. Like, my god, these things could not look more out of place in the modern day. These are a product of the 1980s. They could only have come out of that decade.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next segment now. I feel we've
should
got
make a
everyone's views on
re-release.
the movie.
They did.
Long Line
It's on Blu-ray.
Showdown! The movie
Long
had a
Line
story.
Showdown.
Let's summarize that bad boy. All right. I'm trying to remember who I did first last time. You know what? I'm going to go with Decos. Decos Logline. Decos, what are we thinking?
What do you want me? Huh? Huh?
Because I know
Okay.
you already have one pre-prepared, of course.
My log line.
I'll go last.
The
As always.
epiphany of a cheesy 80s sci-fi horror film with a perfect blend of corniness and bad special effects. There you go.
All right. You know what?
Sums up.
It's summing up. It's straight to the point. Summed it up. I like that. Joe, you're up next. Go.
All right.
I don't do beating around the bush, man.
In this long forgotten X-Files episode. Whoa. There's no interrupting here.
Rude.
In this long forgotten X-Files episode, the Daleks return to join Teenage Orgy.
What?
What? Man?
What?
They just wanted to join in, man.
What?
They just wanted to join in.
What does the Doctor Who episode have to do with it? What?
I'm sorry, I must have missed, maybe like
This man's
extra
winning
15
the
minutes
log line.
involved a fucking...
This man is winning the log.
Hey, listen. When I saw them, they immediately just reminded me of like those like how they did the Daleks like when they first came out, just trash bins with like an eye and like some sticky out claws.
60s kids were hiding behind their toys and
these
trashing
robots were made better than the original Doctor Who Daleks.
Yeah, but it's also 20 years later.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's mine. Quite simple. This
Yeah, the robots kind of reminded me of You guys have watched Short Circuit?
No.
I have heard of it. I've heard it's very similar to this.
Although you can't. I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong in saying. Am I the only one that felt?
I've heard of you getting your ass kicked, boy.
This just like the way this was filmed and the music and it felt like an X-Files episode to me, like a really, really long one.
Waiting for like David Hasselhoff to come out of nowhere. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. The robots were like his car, weren't they? That stupid red light.
Oh my god, yeah.
What? Yeah. All right, Ryan.
All right, move on.
He's preparing.
Oh, good one.
He's winding up.
Good one. It's your turn, Ryan.
Oh, okay. All right. For fuck's sake, what are you having over? 3.
Let it settle. Let him cook.
Let me cook. 3, 2, 1.
He's sizzling.
But I gave even a little brief window so you could shut the fuck up.
Oh, for God's sake, come on.
Right. A deep criticism of police brutality, Jim Wynorski's horror classic Chopping Mall demonstrates the brutal consequences of increased power being granted to the police. A scathing takedown of how this power corrupts, this movie uses metaphorical killbots to show how truly devoid of any humanity those who abuse that power are.
My
Oh
God,
my
that was
Christ.
a biblical verse.
But that's not win.
That's
That'd
not
be in the Bible.
winning.
That was a lecture. Brian, you know the title is Log Line.
Yeah, that's a log line. I channeled
Not
my
log
inner
lecture.
I channeled
Oh,
my
right.
inner English literature training to conjure something out of something that doesn't really
Considering you
exist.
struggled to say that, I'm pressing X to
I mean,
down.
no. To be honest, Ryan, that was quite good. However, I'm really excited to see what Cameron brings this week.
Okay,
As he's
all right.
renowned.
Cameron
He's
thinks
still looking
deeply
for
about
that
every
elusive
single one of his
point.
log lines.
He's still waiting
Alright.
for that elusive
Yeah,
point.
look, maybe it's within a week. All right, I'm ready. My log line
Something
is.
tells
Are you
me
gonna go
that
off
he's
bagel
still
this
going
week,
to
Cameron?
wait.
I will. Look, the log line is sex bad.
Fuck's sake.
I would like to introduce a new rule to Logline Showdown of a 3-word minimum.
Oh. Right, go again, Cameron, go again.
What do you mean? What?
You need a third word.
3-word
man.
minimum. 3-word
Sex
minimum.
is bad.
Can you repeat that?
All right.
I don't understand what you're saying. Sorry.
Sex is bad.
Mm,
Oh,
a very Christian
Alright,
view.
right.
Ryan can agree
Sex
with
bad.
All right, let's
Robot
go
kill.
to the voting.
Alright.
Who's going first? Who's voting
Cameron,
first? That's
you're-
real.
Unironically,
there's
Cameron,
no
you're going to end up
discussion,
on
all right?
-1 before
There's
you
no
end up on 1.
discussion on the points, okay? You just have
That
to
was
say,
an accurate
all right?
description.
Alright.
That's I have as much stories my log line as they did right in the writing that film. All right, sex bad, robot kill. That was the movie.
That
Right, let's do the
writing
points.
was
Let's
beautiful.
do the points. Let's do the points and get out of this section.
All right.
Hey, Joe, start.
Yeah.
No,
go on,
I'm not starting because every time I start, it always goes
You
around
know,
a circle.
I'll
Alright,
begin
Cameron,
then.
start.
Yeah, Ryan, start.
I'll begin. I'll give my point to Decos.
Okay.
Decos, you can
Cameron.
go. No. Decos, you go.
I give my point to Ryan.
Okay.
I love his
Alright.
lecture.
All right. I'll give my point to Joe.
No, that's fine. That's fine because I'm going to give my point to Ryan.
There we go.
Cameron, you are a
we
bastard,
have
man.
a
Not
winner.
only do you write shit log lines, but you also sow the seeds of chaos at every possible.
He tried it again. I'm always going to last vote now because you get try it every week, all right, to go down in a loop.
I think Cameron should be first vote.
Yeah,
Wait,
we
who
should
did Cameron? Who
be
did you vote?
He
I
voted for me,
Joe,
but I
'cause
voted
you
for
two
Ryan.
voted for each other.
Oh, the Ryan Runovan.
Yay!
All right, very cool.
I get a
Now-
step closer to that sweet prize.
With the
Sweet
power, all right,
prize.
so
Fucking line.
with the power of logline magic, I am going to move the point by Ryan Singh. And we're back. And with the power of the magic I applied, I tried to add Ryan's points, but they just.
Oh my god! Have you done this?
Ryan is
Perfect. It's
2,
perfect.
Joe is
It's
It's
perfect.
3,
a fucking
Decos is 1.
Microsoft PowerPoint.
It's
All right.
perfect. It's perfect. Let's just get out of this segment, please.
Now, into the next segment,
not
general
hard.
discussion.
Finally.
To move a fucking object in PowerPoint.
General discussion, right? So we've obviously done the story. We've already talked about that a bit. I mean, we've done our I think like
I want to touch on a point of the story,
All right,
actually, briefly,
all right, Joe.
before we get into anything
go for
else.
it.
Because I know I mentioned a bit about the plot holes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I do need to ask the question, all right? So the premise of this film is that they all work in a mall, all right?
Yeah.
A mall that is leading in its technology against crime. They have lockdowns where they have shutters, no one can get in or out. They have robots that have weapons on them, okay? Regardless if they malfunction or not. So all the workers decide, oh, it's Friday. Instead of going out for a drink or go to a bar. Let's stay inside the mall that closes.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
This is where you forget that every single person who's meant to be a teenager in any 80s movie is played by someone who is at least 28.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
No, but because
they could have gone anywhere else to have
the legal
party.
drinking age in America is 20.
Could they not? No, actually, because two of the people that were going, were they not like they were a married couple? So they're definitely going to have a house.
Yeah, but it depends.
Yeah, but it's the 80s, Joe. People get married when they're like 16 in the 80s.
Okay,
yeah.
All I'm saying is, but even if so, like before the first person even got killed, there's that scene where the two people that were like not banging on the beds in the furniture store, they were saying, "Oh, we should leave soon because the lockdown happens in 15 minutes." Why are they leaving it that late anyway? You have 15 minutes
because
to
they're
get
just
out.
having such a good
Because,
time.
Joe, they were banging, and that's bad. So robots kill.
Yeah, they were having some like massive group orgy. What kind of party is this?
It's an 80s party. They were cool back then.
This is the kind of party that happens at Ryan's place.
Bro, I'll tell you, when the lights go off in that living room, that stuff gets like that.
And they had fire as well. Oh my god, this is to recreate this movie. But yeah, that's just one of my many questions as to why they left it so late to begin with.
Yeah. But
I mean, they didn't leave it that late, but they were there from closing time, and it crept up on them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, time flies.
Yeah,
time flies when you're doing bad things.
Yeah, they close off all the time. I like how it just cut as well. So like they all just took separate sections of the furniture store, but they were all like within like 2 meters of each other.
They were swinging.
They were swinging.
It's the 80s. Anything goes. Right. All right. I don't really feel like anyone else is probably going to touch up that. That wasn't really it. The story was robots kill people. So let's go straight into the effects and the camera work and the action. What did everybody think of them?
The robot was actually really well done.
I don't even care. I haven't started a single goddamn one.
Cameron started.
I thought for the 80s, the effects were charming. They made me giggle. I was laughing as I saw inanimate doll people.
They were charming. They were charming until the laser started firing. That woman was running across the screen with the lasers going past her.
Dope.
The lasers are quite funny, to be fair.
And she's just there getting slowly hurt by the laser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also when she was rolling around on fire,
lasers her in the head and it just explodes.
Yeah, the lasers made no sense. Yeah, they were just lightly grazing and then explosion. It just what? And then how they reflect them with mirrors.
I am convinced that these robots in this film are the first existence of sentient AI. Not only do they exhibit they are advanced in their security detail, but they also exhibit fucking motive. Along with feelings of genuine hatred towards the people come on. They actively target people and play with toy with their prey.
Yeah, that is true.
Also, 1,000%.
I think the robots.
I think the robots
the robot was only lasering.
I think they were. I think they had
so it could enjoy the kill, savor in the moment.
No, Cameron, what were you saying?
I'm telling you.
Also, the effects of that woman on fire, man. She was walking around.
No, she was on fire. She was
to the ground.
Well, in the 80s, that would have been a stunt double that was coated in a fireproof thing, weren't she? They would have actually done that physically.
Yeah,
which we won't get now, but that's why actually it looks.
No, you do get it. Mad Max Fury Road. They didn't use any CGI, right? I think they used practical effects.
If you were to set someone on fire in the cinematic universe, in the Marvel cinematic universe, it would be so bad.
Yeah, because they would just use
what were you saying? I want to hear from Cameron because he keeps getting cut off.
I was trying to say that did they have dwarfs inside those robots, like an R2-D2 type situation, or were they just just robots? Because
no, I think they were robots. I think they were quite well made because they were definitely on track
but
to
look,
move.
I'm looking at the picture of it right now. They've got a really big stomach area where they could fit a dwarf sat in there, like with R2-D2, just sat in there operating.
They probably do have like a little guy sat in there.
They also had alien blood. When they
that
no
was weird.
robot blood.
Yeah, what was that?
Let's
About?
talk about that scene.
Robot blood.
That was amazing. Where the guy's just like, "What is that?" Robot blood.
But what is robo blood? Oil? What are we talking about here?
Oil, but it's robot
What are we
blood.
talking about here? I
It's
love
just
the
with
classic as well. The
no
classic
sense of
lightning
sarcasm
bolt.
at all. That dude performs the line "robot blood."
Bro,
It's
you know
hysteria.
they were supposed to make a remake of this in 2011, and it's still on the table, and it's not
It'd be so bad now,
as of
though.
yet,
This
nothing
only
has
works.
materialized.
Who was it proposed would be in it?
So, no, in November 2011, Dry Country Entertainment acquired the film rights and intended to remake the film with a supernatural twist. The film was set to be produced and written by Kevin Bacardi and directed by Robert Hall. As of February 2023, nothing has materialized yet.
It wouldn't work now. It only works because it's an 80s film.
Yeah.
Or could they just make it with the same level of
definitely
campiness?
falls under that category of it's a cult classic and it could not exist without it being a cult classic.
Or are people just begging for this kind of cult classic to make a resurgence so they can just go to a thing, watch something?
Because when it came out, what makes a cult classic is that it wasn't actually successful when it first came out. The Thing, for example. The Thing is a prime example of something that has become a cult classic.
Yeah, but I mean, people want those type of films.
That film was absolutely hated and just.
I feel like everyone feels like everything's taking everything too seriously. So maybe everyone's just begging for these type of films to come back. They want these kind of campy, weird robot things, and no of the cinematic pressure of the MCU or anything like that. They just want to see people getting their heads blown off by weird, potentially dwarf-driven robots.
The head blown off was a good touch.
It was a good touch. I quite enjoyed it.
Because up until that point, you'd only seen them they'd only seen them attack the neck and use their hands. Then all of a sudden they pull out these lasers, and she just stands there and screams at it, and she just gets her head absolutely obliterated. And everyone's just stood there oh wow, well we should run.
Yeah. So just a little bit of background: the head exploding. This was I believe it was first sort of seen in Dawn of the Dead. It was first seen in Dawn of the Dead in I think the 1970s, and since then, basically every horror film that followed it decided that the head exploding would just be a trope of the genre, a bit like everything blowing up in action movies.
Right.
It was a good.
It was good.
I believe this film literally takes place in the exact same mall as well.
Well, yeah, no, I thought that effect was really good. The rest, however, especially the fake spiders and bodies and all that sort of stuff. It was endearing.
Fake spiders are peak.
It was endearing. Yeah, it was endearing. I was you know what? I'll give it a pass.
You can appreciate that at least they've tried.
Yeah, they've tried. Yeah.
you know, watching this that they didn't have even for the 80s, they didn't have a big blockbuster budget. It was done on a small. It was done on a small scale.
Yeah, and there's nothing they're not overworking
and it's not
CGI workers to push out a
so
film.
Bad. It's
they're just
yeah, I can see you tried.
I
can see what you were going for.
You say that, but they destroyed an entire mall, and I reckon they were probably in a mall. That's a lot of sets to build.
No. The mall is I just said this, Joe. The mall is an actual mall.
Yeah, so they destroyed a lot of it. So they must have had some money for that.
No, they didn't actually. No, they didn't destroy it. The budget for the film was $800,000, which. I know what that I don't know exactly what it translates into 80s.
That's a lot back then, though. 800,000 in the 80s. That's a big budget.
Well,
not as much as you'd think. That's
yeah, 800,000. What's Ant-Man and the Wasp was 300. It's 200 million.
Yeah, but
I'd say a good comparison would be
that's full CG. This is practical.
I think
So I
a good comparison would be something like Crimes of the Future for this of
I
White
haven't
Collar.
seen that.
No one knows what that is but you.
No one knows what that is.
That's a bad example.
Damn you, Cronenberg. It's got Viggo Morgenstein, whatever his name is.
Who?
Vigo.
Whoa,
The guy
okay,
from
now
Lord-
Decos
Viggo
hasn't seen Lord of the
Mortensen.
Rings. That itself is a crime in and of itself, but we'll rectify that at some point.
Or the Crimes of the Future.
Right, next segment. We're moving on to people can act, but can they? How did everyone feel about the acting?
They cannot act. Actually, I know quite a few of these actors are quite well known in like the slasher genre, and this is sort of like one of their earlier attempts, I believe. But
Yeah.
Everything
people could not
except
act in this film.
People could not act in this film.
But hey, no, wait. I think you're being a bit. I didn't think it was
honest,
too
for what they
bad,
were
except
given-
that one scene where, like, you know, when the party was just starting and the guy and the woman were like looking at each other, saying hello to each
Oh,
other. They
no.
kept getting more seductive as they did it. That was
Yeah.
hard to watch. That was a hard watch. That was a very hard watch.
Okay, I don't know whether this is gonna be included or not. This is based on Joe's editing, but the fact that the guy just looks at like the middle robot and goes, "He's got kind of an ethnic quality."
Does it?
Yeah, the guy.
it does.
The guy
In
when
the
they're talking at
intro,
the start of
yeah.
the film about him goes,
That
got
just
this
shows the
robot's got an
times,
ethnic
doesn't it?
quality, which would not fly nowadays at all, and is kind of a weird comment as well.
Yeah.
To make. While you're being chased and attacked by a murderous robot, to question its ethnicity.
No, they're not being attacked and chased.
No, when
No,
they
it
were
was
hitting
very
them
smart.
up,
It was
I'm
like,
like,
Oh,
idea.
yes, I know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That as it goes, why
That whole
that was a
scene
lot
was
for
weird.
that whole bit with them two, for them to never show up again.
Yeah, they just kept.
That guy was a pretty good character, I thought, at the start, and then they just you never saw him again.
Yeah, so I'm
I
pretty sure
have
we
a
can
question,
wrap.
actually.
All
I
right.
have a question.
All right, these questions.
Why on earth was there an entire? I know it's in America, all right, and we joke about like America and their gun laws. Why was there an entire arsenal of weapons in the sports store?
Because man,
I know that
once
shooting.
again, I believe that is also I think that's a bit of a reference to what's it called, Dawn of the Dead. I think it's the same.
Because
in
I
that
know
film, there's like
I know you can argue.
It's also a mall as well. Malls in America at that time.
No, I know. No.
Arsenals of weapons. And
Yeah,
they
no,
probably
I
just
know
use
about
a
that,
sports
but
store as a set.
the whole like sports store. Like, I know there's like
Maybe it's
sports
like a hunting
shooting.
store.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but then that's what I'm going to say. But then the arsenal weapons were like AKs, shotguns, pistols.
Yeah, man.
Like you're going to be chasing a budgie with a pistol, are you?
Yeah.
Fucking Glock
You
18
can
shooting down a
down a
deer.
deer with a shotgun, easy.
Joe, I'm sorry. Who the fuck hunts budgie?
I don't know. I don't know what they hunt.
To be honest,
I
though,
Joe in a care home, like hunting down these poor old women's budgies, just like grabbing them by the head and twisting it off.
Budgie.
Well, the fact that like, why would you hunt with a shotgun? What are you going to do? You're going to snipe the deer and walk up to it and go,
You
yeah,
do
got
use
your
Hey,
shot.
Joe,
shotguns.
that's a nice coat you have there. What's it made out of? Looks like it's made out of feathers. He's like, these are budgie
Yeah,
feathers.
budgie, man.
With a necklace just of budgie beaks.
So people do use shotguns in the hunting world.
What,
Yeah, you
why
ever
would
like
they
hunting
do
all
that?
the wild, Joe?
Imagine sitting
I
there
worked
after
with
using a
someone who
shotgun on a deer, blasting his fucking head off and going, do you reckon it's dead? Do you reckon it's dead? Do you reckon we got it? Oh yeah, it's decapitated.
I work with someone who goes shooting, you know, as people
Jesus Christ, where are you
and
working?
he has a shotgun.
Are you sure that's for shooting
Because
deer?
do you work as a member of parliament?
What is he hunting? Children?
No. He like ferrets, pheasants, you know that sort of stuff.
Ferrets?
I think you laughed at my budgies. He's on about. So somebody out there running after ferrets in a wood.
It's pheasants and birds and all that.
Oh,
you know, like pigeons and shit. You know,
No,
that's
not
not pheasants.
I've got a friend. He's got You went hamster hunting the other week. Oh.
You spent to hide
Hey, Brian,
country
you
world and
better
went
be
on a
careful if someone
rampage.
goes guinea pig hunting.
Oh,
You leave him alone.
Oh, we're going hunting, boys.
we're going
Let me go
on
get
Saturday.
Let me go get my RPG and my fucking mounted machine gun to go hunt this goddamn guinea pig in a field.
Hey, look, man,
I
you gotta be
honestly-
careful.
Where-
Guinea pigs, they can take over the world.
Hey, Cameron, where did you get that fucking 50 cal sniper? Oh, the golf store. It was right next to the bloody clubs. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm gonna make a different type of hole in one with that bad boy.
What kind of Moor thinks they need protection when the goddamn guy behind the counter in Decathlon strapping a fucking AK? I mean, why do they need these killer robots?
Right, enough hunting random wildlife. All right, we're moving on to the next segment.
Nobody's going to be robbing the goddamn footballs out of there because he's going to whack out a spad
This
12.
is such a wild.
We're scoring the movie. Right, we're going straight to the scoring segment. Let's get scores from everybody. We're gonna, you know what? We'll start off with Ryan. Ryan, where do you wanna what score would you give? What score would you give Chopping Mall?
Movie,
Yeah.
You know, I think this movie is solid to see to. Yeah, it's not particularly bad. It's not particularly great. It's just like middle of the pack. It's a solid film for the 80s slasher genre. C tier.
Okay. Ryan's thinking C tier. All right, Joe, what do you think?
All right. Well, since we spoke earlier about this film being lost media, I think there's only one place that lost media can enter, and that is the deep, dark void situated at the bottom of our tier list. It's an entertaining film, but is it really a film? It's only an hour long. That's an episode.
If it's entertaining, it can't belong in the void. The void is something that actively is offensive to exist.
I'm quite entertained by sending it to the void, so does that counteract? So my vote's for the void.
All right, Decos, where do you want to put it?
Well, I wouldn't recommend this film really to anyone. I've never heard of it before, and to be honest, I'll probably never watch it again. So therefore, I think it deserves to go to the void as well.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
Valid,
this is
strong
a conspiracy.
argument. Strong argument. No, that's a valid point he's raising. I'd never heard of it either. I will never watch it again.
And the fact that they had to re-release it under a different film.
That is also true. All right, Cameron. Where do you think
a lot of films did this during that period? This is a B movie that what cinemas used to do.
Excuse me, can we get through all the tiers first?
I gotta defend my boy.
Yeah, you can defend it. Hey, Ryan.
You need to hear. We need to hear Cameron.
You gotta hear me out. You gotta hear me out.
We gotta hear Cameron first. He could be the redeeming factor here.
So, Chopping Mall. I thought it was endearing. It brought a lot of wholesome 80s qualities. I thought the little robot lasers, the heads blowing up, the random little doll things, I was just laughing my head up. So that's why I would happily put it also in the void.
Oh, I think that settles it then. Ryan, do you have anything to rebuttal?
Ryan, you know
election was rigged. Demand a recount.
That's definitely rigged about it.
Right, remember when you told me I couldn't put Puss in Boots in S tier?
Oh,
You know?
And I'm not saying to put this in S tier. I'm just saying to not put this in the void. Is this genuinely a worse movie than Ant-Man and the Wasp? Is this genuinely a worse movie than Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? How?
Yeah.
How?
How is it not, Ryan?
It doesn't have
How is it not?
How is it?
I was doing mine.
It was endearing.
I was
putting it in the void.
I was doing mine for the comedic bit. I'll put it in D. I think it'll sit in D. I don't mind it being in D.
Look, I'm happy for it to sit below C.
All right, Ryan.
I don't think the world is not a worse place because of this movie's existence.
Ryan.
We were doing a bit. We were doing a bit. A little bit of fun.
I'm not having fun.
I would say actually,
I'm not.
To be honest, no. If I'm going to give my actual rating,
in C tier, if I'm honest.
I also quite enjoy it. I actually hold it in the same regard as much as I enjoyed Crank. So I'd actually push maybe for it to go up to a B tier film.
All right, so what, we
I'd
have
rather
two
put Crank in a
C's.
C tier.
So we have two C's, a B, and a D. So that
You
averages
put it in
out
the
at a
void
C.
previously,
Well,
but I
that
will call you a
averages at
madman for
C.
putting it in B.
Yeah. That averages out at C then. So I think we got a score. It's a C tier.
I'm happy with
Do
C.
you not think it's on the same level as Crank? Do you think Crank's loads better than this?
Yeah.
I think Crank just I think Crank does the same sort of idea, but it just executes
In my
like, better and
personal
much cleaner.
opinion,
Oh, he's bringing in the big guns.
with this film, if it's on the same level as Crank, then we should think about moving Crank down, not moving this film up.
No, I feel like Crank is locked. I know Crank should probably move down, but we've locked it in a bit.
We've locked it in.
We can put it in. We can put it at C.
We can put it in C. All right.
I just think Crank sort of sits in like the same. I guess the same sort of style of almost it's so bad it's good, but Crank actually is good at times. If that makes sense.
It's got yeah.
Like
no,
Crank is a pretty solid, consistent action flick, whereas this is like those robots are trying to kill me. Ah!
That's how you would react.
You know, you wouldn't actually be scared of these things. You'd just be like, I can't believe this is the face
Have you
of death.
ever played Call of Duty Infinity War?
Mm-hmm.
You know the zombies? This is what this film reminded me of. Because it was basically it's set in the 80s, and it was just a cheesy ass zombies map set in a theme park.
Have you guys ever played that zombie game? The actual zombie game in a mall where you have to survive till the morning or something. What's it called?
Dead Rising.
Is it called Dead Rising? Like the original one?
Well, I know one.
Let's go to the
one
mall
of
with
them
Robin
is.
Shimotsky.
I know Dead Rising did one in the mall because they remastered it recently, or brought a fourth one.
Much like their recently remastered Chopping Mall.
So what are we saying then? C tier?
We should remaster.
Yeah, I'm thinking C tier.
All right. It escapes
movie
the
magic
void.
Power. Let's
go. From the goddamn conspiracy theory to pulling in the void.
All right, let me put it in there. And with the power of movie magic, Chopping Mall is sat in C. Actually, we're filling this board out quite well. We just need to get a D and a void.
We have to get to the void at some point.
So Banshees and Inisherin, D.
Don't worry, I've got a couple of ideas of films that could go in the void.
Oh god, I don't want to do any of your ideas anymore.
Well, now on to everyone's favourite bit, and that is What's the Know with Joe, where we get to know what Joe wants to know. Joe, what do you want to know?
I love the creation of the jingle.
It's fantastic, isn't it? All right. Well, I think this week it's kind of more of like a group question. All right. So just take it in turn, answer however you want. All right. So imagine.
Group.
Okay, whatever. Imagine you three are the ones that are locked in this inescapable mall till the morning, and you're being hunted down by these robots. If there were any kind of shot, so using only what's in there, devise a plan.
Blasphemy, boy.
Devise a plan. Using only the stores that are in there.
You down.
The food section's pretty good. I mean,
okay. Using only what's in there, devise a plan between yourselves in the next 30 seconds as how you're going to survive these killer robots.
All right. I mean, so in the vein of the movie, I mean, they were in a shop just kind of like banging each other. So I'm thinking, Ryan, you and me, we go to the nearest shop with a bed, and then we just...
No, because then we die.
All right. All right, you got me. Yeah, sex bad, robot kill. I get it. Shit, what would we do? I don't know. Just when did the escalator stop?
Now, okay. I have booted up a list of every single shop in the West Orchards shopping mall. So, first off,
honestly, I'd start heating up the ovens and using the cooking oil to burn them.
But they tried burning one of them; it didn't do anything.
Yeah, it didn't do anything. It's robot blood.
Yeah, robot blood. Get them in the cracks.
In the cracks?
Robot cracks?
Yeah. can't be perfectly sealed. Let's be honest here.
Look.
All right, Ryan, tell us some shops. What shops are there?
Yeah, I have googled all the shops that are in West Orchard Shopping.
Now we don't have the luxury of guns.
I'm going to come
here
up with
in the
a great
UK.
plan. So first off, you beeline it towards Foot Asylum to get yourself some premium Nike trainers, so you can run faster and outrun the robots for your extended stay.
Nice.
Okay. Second up, what are you going to need? You're going to need quality meals to keep yourself alive. And who does quality better than Marks and Spencer's? You go to Marks and Spencer's and you head straight into the cafe and order the fanciest thing on the menu. High in carbs to keep you sustained throughout the murderous night.
Okay. I like where this is going. Any more? Is that it? Are you just going to
You then head straight to the Sky Store, because what's going to distract the robots from you? That's right, quality entertainment. Shows from all over the world that are guaranteed to keep those robots watching all night long. You can, and then, you know what? You head wherever you want, wherever the night takes you. Whether that's Snappy Snaps, to the subway.
This is just become an advert for...
Yeah, wait a minute.
Or to Costa Coffee to hang out with your friends.
All right.
Well, we don't have any friends.
It's open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day.
I think the true answer to the question is that none of you.
If I'm honest, no.
Okay.
We get the alcohol, get a bunch of rags, and turn them into cocktail molotovs and try our best.
All right. Well, again, I think the answer to my question really is none of you would survive. So that's what I want to know.
One of the clothing stores.
In an alternate scenario, I would kill both Cameron and Decos and eat their flesh.
No. We go to
when the robots come along, they see that I'm a
nice lingerie set, and we distract the robots with our supple bodies.
Actually, no. Okay, honest question: do they know we're there? Because
yes,
we're able
the security bots.
They're hunting you down.
Yeah, but those people, those bots, those robots, didn't know they were there until obviously they.
Okay, you're getting into the nitty gritty.
We were able to hide.
I think you're overanalyzing.
You're overanalyzing.
Yeah, look, Joe doesn't want to know anymore. Joe's
anyway,
done. So...
anyway, yeah. So that's what I wanted to know, and you're all dead. So congratulations.
Shit. We got got.
Thank you.
I'd
like to thank
the
people who allowed me to get here. In a body bag.
Do we get an Oscar for it?
No.
We should recreate. We should create our own.
Wrap this up already. All right, we've got the score. The score is we gave it straight to a C. You know what? It was fun. It was a fun time. I had fun. Yeah, I liked it. All right. I think everyone else did as well. We're the worst movie podcast in the world. That was Chopping Mall. It's a C. I don't know. Maybe watch it if you want to. I mean, you don't have to.
About next week's film.
Yeah.
Banshees of Inisherin.
On Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime if you want to watch Chopping Mall. And next week we're going to be doing Banshees of Inisherin, which Ryan's very passionate about. Again,
the Banshees of Inisherin. It's Irish film. Dark comedy.
I'm saying we got a D and a Void to fill, so we'll find out. We'll find out which one it ends up in.
Hey man, it's like a 4.1 Letterboxd. So
join us next week for that eventful occasion.
Decos, the top review of it is: I will not leave my donkey outside when I'm sad.
Shut up.
Thanks for watching this week, everyone. We're gonna skip past this. Look, subscribe, leave a comment on the films you want us to watch, so we don't have to watch Banshees of Inisherin. That'd be great. Please save us. Yeah. So see everyone next week. Comment, subscribe, like, watch the other older videos, watch our shorts, ring the bell. Just send us money. We don't have a way to send us money yet, but just figure it out. All right, just give us money somehow. All right. Thanks for watching.
PO Box 585 252.
Yeah, that's the one. Bye. See you guys next week.
Bye.